Hey, here comes our savior. Get him, Carlos. Ouch, that must have hurt. Yeah, doing the Rambo yell, that makes the bullets go much harder. Hello everyone, welcome back to Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And we are here with Jill's last escape. The clock tower bell is ringing, so that means it's time to go. Before we do, let's see what we have on us. I'm gonna get rid of the ink ribbons. We have one magnum bullet. Do we have any other ammo? No, so we should probably put that away. What are we gonna do with one lousy bullet? We can't do anything with that, so. So we're gonna put away the magnum. I'm gonna keep these, because they'll come in handy. Let's see, should we make more flame rounds or should we make more freeze rounds? You know what, let's make more freeze rounds. I think that'll serve as well. I'm gonna combine these. There you go, we got 6, that's all we need. Because Carlos is gonna do us a little favor, so we don't need nearly as much ammo as we ordinarily would. So yeah, we got I think that should be enough. We got 4 regular rounds, 7 freeze rounds. I think that should be enough, including the shotgun, so. I wonder if we should try flame or not. Ah, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna find more grenade rounds anyway in the park, so. There we go. Okay, now we're all set. Now we got everything we need. Hell yeah. And yeah, I think it's time to go. Alright, let's go. Get to that glorious chopper. Get to the chopper, Jill. How are you all doing today? I'm sure you're better than Jill is about to be doing, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. Yeah, this pack is really useful because I think you can actually refill it, so you can take all your first aid sprays and actually put them in the box, so that way you can carry through all at once. You don't have to use up a whole ton of storage space, so that's pretty useful to have. You don't have to just throw it back in the box once you're done with it. You can refill it with your own first aid sprays. It's pretty decent for saving space. It's a great way to save space for more ammo and other supplies. Let's put these in right away. Look at this inspirational ass music.
Down here! It's finally over. Huh? No!
There he is. What a troll. Shooting down Umbrella's own chopper. And of course now he injects you with the virus. Hey, here comes our savior. Get him, Carlos. Ouch, that must have hurt. Yeah, doing the Rambo yell, that makes the bullets go much harder. Alright, so he effectively took out phase 1 of the fight for Nemesis. So now we can just concentrate on downing him a second time. I've heard some people prefer to fight him with the rocket launcher, But what's the point? Like, you might as well take advantage of the extra damage. You know, why are you gonna waste double the ammo on him? You know, just have Carlos shoot him out for you. It means less ammo for us that we have to use up. Well, that takes care of Plan A, Jill. The chopper's toast. Ooh. Really? Ah, goddamn, that sucks. I was messing around with the buttons. I didn't press them fast enough. I guess we just start over and skip the cutscene. Yeah, I was messing around too much with the buttons. I hate that you have to watch those first, what, like 5 or 6 seconds of the cutscene all the time. Like, come on, man, let us skip it. We could have used the continue, but whatever. We're really right here. Might as well just restart. And let's not mess around with it this time. I think I'll keep the flame rounds. So I'll put these here. Gunpowder C. Gunpowder A. Oh, I almost combined it with this. That would have been a huge mistake. There we go. Alright, we're all set. Let's combine these. Put these in here. We're gonna store these for now, because they're the weakest of the rounds. Besides the acid rounds, but yeah, we don't really use acid rounds for anything. They're really only useful for like the hunters, which there aren't enough of in the game. And you only really encounter them as Carlos, and then a couple times in the parks. It's not worth the effort to make all the acid rounds unless we find some in the dead factory. Then we might have to make some. But if we don't, if we just have the insects, it's not worth the time. Just make freeze rounds for Nemesis. Alright, here we go again, round 2. Damn, you can't even skip this one? That sucks. Oh, there we go. Finally got rid of it. Alright, keep going. Come on, get up, you bum, so I can put you down again. You like how they stop you from moving until the cutscene fully ends? They do not want you moving at all. You notice that does double damage to him. God damn. He grabbed us. Get up, Jill. God damn. Okay, so you should probably heal up every time he grabs you, just in case you're in danger. There's no sense in pushing it. About the flame rounds. Let's use flame for a bit. I don't think that burns him. I think it let's heal just in case. I think it has to be just the ice rounds that do double the damage. There you go. Come on, you bum, get up. Look at Carlos just lying there over there. His face looks messed up, like he's some kind of elf or something. You see right there the textures? Oops, we're out of flame. I was about to say we're out of flame rounds. No, we're out of freeze rounds. Should we use the last first aid or not? Okay, now we should probably use it. Oh, he's bringing out the tentacles now. There we go. Not too bad, right? It's like a hentai, just bringing out the tentacles. There he goes off to die. Get lost, you freaking troll. You cost us our helicopter. Now, question: how quickly does the virus progress? Because if it's been a couple days when you wake up at the church, like, shouldn't she have already turned into a zombie by then?
Jill! Jill! Hey, don't die on me. Jill! Jill!
Gotta do that dramatic
October
scream.
1st, night. I woke up to the sound of falling rain. I can't believe I'm still alive.
It's a part of all Japanese stories. You gotta do the dramatic death yell. As if the person will wake up easier.
Carlos?
It looks like our roles have been reversed from when we originally met, huh? Don't worry, Jill. This chapel is safe.
I've been infected by the virus, haven't I?
Hey! Take it easy.
I'm okay. Don't feel any pain. But that's what bothers me. If I can't feel anything, then what does that mean?
Don't give up, Jill. I'll take care of you. Whatever you do, don't let that virus beat you.
Are you feeling itchy, Jill? Do you have a hankering for some dog food? Those will be definite symptoms. You want to eat some dog food while scratching yourself like that guy in the mansion? I guess she's saying that she's supposed to be numb, but it just sounds funny. And I don't think she has a choice in it, Carlos. I think it's a biological process. I don't think she can control how quickly the virus spreads. Like I said, shouldn't she have turned dead already by now? But like in that one photo we got in RE2, it said the guy turned 2 hours after he fell unconscious. Jill's been unconscious for a lot longer, so how quickly does this virus progress? Like, is it just naturally? Does she just have a natural resistance to it, like Lisa Trevor? I always thought that might have been the reason why Wesker chose some of the STARS members that he did, since he said they were his experiment. Like, maybe they weren't just random, cops and former soldiers and reformed criminals. Maybe they were all people who he took a look at their medical information and decided that they were all resistant to the virus, and that's why most of them didn't turn. I think the only one that turned to a zombie was Forrest, right? Because Enrico got shot in the gut. He didn't get shot in the head, and he just stayed dead in the caverns. Kenneth was killed before he could turn, so who knows how he might have gone. I think Ed Dewey was also killed, but then the only one who actually turned to a zombie was no, I think it was Forrest and oh yeah, didn't Ed turn in RE0? So 2 of them, but maybe they were all resistant to the virus.
If I turn into a zombie, don't hesitate. I want your word that you'll kill me.
Alright, we got our word right here. So now we're playing as Carlos. Big macho man Carlos with his supermodel looks and cheesy accent. So we're not going to save here because that would be a waste of time. I'm going to save over at the hospital. Let's see what we're dealing with over there. Yeah, screw these zombies. There's no point in dealing with them. God damn. Get off me, fool. Okay. Maybe we don't have the ability to run past those. Maybe we do have to kill those, at least. These we can leave alone. They're too slow, but those we definitely gotta kill them. They're too quick. Just wait until they come into frame. How did they all get in here? Like, did Nemesis destroy basically? Oh yeah, I guess the helicopter crashed, right? So that's why they all got in there. The entrance made by the helicopter when it crashed. Damn, look at that. We wasted 17% ammo just on those fools alone. So when we have to come back here to run for Nemesis, we just got to run for it. We are not wasting any more ammo on them. An expression of disbelief describes his last moment. Did Nikolai shoot him? Is that why he's in shock? He couldn't believe his own comrade turned on him? Alright, so the clock tower is in fine shape. I'm wondering how this will look like in that mod they're making for RE3 Remake. I'll never play it, unfortunately, because I don't have a PC capable of playing that, but I'll watch a video on it. Hopefully it turns out well and Capcom doesn't shut them down stupidly. Like, I don't know why they would, because they're not making any profit from it, but you never know with Capcom. They might be embarrassed they put out such a subpar game and might not want a bunch of fans showing them up, you know. Get past the spooters. They're no danger to us. We don't gotta kill them. If it were the insects, we might have to shoot, but not the spiders. Body of a comrade. He must have fought to complete his mission until his final breath. So Carlos is less sentimental than Jill. Alright, there we go. Beefy, brawny man Carlos can move that giant bell. Maybe Jill could have moved it if she got some leverage, maybe. Like she braced her legs against something. Yeah, let's wait until they're all together close by, and then we're gonna blow them up with our one single bullet that we have left. There we go. Oh shit, we missed one. We missed that jackass right there. I don't think we even have to fight him. I think we just run past him. Since we don't have the bullets. And the hospital's gonna be down soon, so I think we just run past him. He might show up when Jill passes through there, but there's no point in us fighting him. Let's just conserve ammo. Now this looks like a lot more like a hospital you'd encounter in the real world. Crowded and not crowded, but compact and a bit claustrophobic with how enclosed the walls are. The sturdy looking shutter is down. Oh, here come the hunters. Oh boy. Took that zombie's head right off. And just for nothing, wasn't even a threat to him. He was like, no, I don't like this zombie. He's gotta go. More ink ribbons. Carlos doesn't get a lot of items, so I think we're fine not using the item box. I don't think we need to put it away yet. I guess we can save once, just in case some glitch or something unexpected happens. Or we get killed by like the hunters. Just in case. Let's save over here. The first save file. Okay, I guess we might as well just put them away just in case we need the space. Since we're not going to save again. Except maybe on our way out. I would have thought there was some ammo here, but maybe I'm thinking of a different room. Oh no, I'm thinking of the lobby over here. Never mind. Got a blue herb. I don't think we can actually do anything with it. The only poison enemies are the spiders, and then they're all the way back to Clock Tower. Director's diary. September 10th. These patients suffer from gangrene and congestion of the blood at first. Then their mind slowly deteriorates. In the end, there's nothing left of their mind. When that happens, even mercy killing seems pointless. After all, they are already dead. This diseases. Some grammatical errors here. Some translation errors. This diseases is unlike anything I've ever witnessed. Once the patient's mind is gone, they become flesh-hunger monsters and act like wild animals who are on some type of bloodlust. September 18th, another patient has been admitted to the hospital. He is showing symptoms of the first stages of the disease at this point, but I haven't been able to sleep at all these past few days. I refuse to let these patients become zombies, quote unquote. I am not just an ordinary citizen. I am a doctor. I'm a doctor. Even if I die, my clinical trust will contribute to finding a cure. September 26th, we lost most of the doctors and staff during the battle against the zombie, in quotation marks, patients. It's impossible to maintain the hospital under these conditions, and I know that it's too late for me. I'm beginning to feel that same itchy and hungry desire that all of my patients felt. It is too late for me. That's why I asked Jill, are you feeling itchy, Jill? You feeling itchy in your panties or anywhere else? Your feet? Your hair? The urge to eat human flesh? Any of those are symptoms, Jill. Why do you think they put in that, oh, look at those donuts. Why do you think they put in that, Carlos jump scare in the remake? That was completely pointless. Voice recognition lock. We don't want to deal with that yet. Portable tape recorder. Patient's diagnosis is recorded onto here. Yeah, that was completely pointless because Carlos was never in any danger of being infected. It was Jill. It would have made more sense if the nightmare was her turning into a zombie and jumping on Carlos and trying to munch on him. There we go.
There also appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm just below the elbow. However,
You like how the doctor sounds like a stereotypical British doctor from a movie or TV show. It's like we're trying to imitate Peter Cushing in a Hammer horror movie or something. Just a stereotypical British doctor. So you have two choices. Okay, you have the top floor or the basement. We're actually gonna go to the basement first because I checked my old recording. The last time we played this, we went for the top floor and got the cutscene with Nikolai there. So we're gonna go to the basement first instead. B3. That means we gotta double back and make the journey slightly longer, but we're gonna go there first. Oh, be careful. Oh, where's the zombies? They're not here. I'm guessing they'll be up on the floor instead, on the top floor. Oh, and the bombs aren't here either, so yeah, the zombies are gonna be upstairs. Is there anything we can pick up? Beakers and flask. Extreme caution is needed when handling chemicals. You don't say.
I had no idea another guinea pig was still alive. What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Sometimes it's easy to forget one's loyalties. Just like that traitor. You mean the guy who shot you? Yeah, you know him. The one with the gray hair and the ugly mug. I can't believe he had the guts to shoot me. That traitor! You mean Nikolai?
Damn, Tyrell, look at that. Holy shit, he got blown up. I didn't even know this cutscene was a thing the first time I played this game. I was like, what? You hear more from this guy? He actually has lines? Because he doesn't speak upstairs when Nikolai kills him. After he shoots him, he just pulls the grenade and Carlos runs back, and then Nikolai does a swan dive from a second-story window and somehow survives without injuring his ankle or his foot. Actually, a third... No, is it a third or second-story window? I'm not really sure. No, wait, that's the fourth. No, so the man does a swan dive from a fourth-story window and somehow survives uninjured. Nikolai has some crazy, batshit insane luck. But yeah, I had no idea this guy was even down here and could speak to you for a bit until I read the life selection guide on the strategy guide that I bought from Prima Games, and I realized, oh, he is down here. He can actually talk to you and you exchange words a bit. I prefer this cutscene just because you get to hear him speak a bit. There's the Hanagamas, the original froggies. Alright, we got the we can take the medium base. So since we're down here, I guess we can do the puzzle now. Even though we gotta come back, I think. Medical Instruction Manual. Umbrella Medical Service. North American Division, Douglas Rober. Rober? Like the dog? In order to activate the synthesizer to cultivate the vaccine, please follow the procedures detailed below. 1. Supply enough energy to the system. 2. Set the medium base to the device. When the device is ready, you can start mixing the vaccine medium. To mix the vaccine, you will need to control the 5 levers. This will cause the 2 gauges to decrease or to increase or decrease. If you adjust the 2 gauges so that they stop at the center, the vaccine medium will then be produced automatically. So I wonder, was that file here all along, or was it did one of the umbrellas and mercenary team bring it there? It seems that they were cultivating a part of a creature's cells here. Like, did Nikolai himself bring it there, or did one of the umbrella employees rebel and try to create the vaccine? Unknown creatures are in the fish tank. Or were they using the vaccine, I guess, to hold like the city hostage? Who knows? Seems to be an electric power supply switcher. It's set to the next to the cultivation tank. Will you switch the electric power supply? Yes. So it drains the water. I don't know how that keeps them asleep. Maybe there's just some sedative in the water. A synthesizer of chemicals. Medium base can be set here. Alright. Material used to create the cultivation medium needed for the vaccine creation. It creates the vaccine cultivation medium combined with several chemicals. Alright. Now this puzzle always got me when I was younger. I always refer to a strategy guide for this one because I have no idea what the sequence to this is. I always forget it. It's one of those puzzles I can never memorize. Will you operate the synthesizer? Yeah, you basically gotta mess around with the levers 1, 2, and 3, and then A and B to get it all at yellow. I don't think I'm even gonna try to figure this thing out. I'm just gonna look up the solution because this is one of those puzzles I just do not water bother with it. It can take a while to figure out all the levers and sequences, so I'd rather not. Oh look, and it gave me the one for the remake. Nice. Because I put Resident Evil 3 instead of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Here we go, Nemesis vaccine puzzle. That's what we want. There's also a puzzle upstairs, so we're still going to be doing another one. Okay, so yeah. Here we go. So you gotta do 1. You gotta do 3. Where are they using this steam-based machine? It sounds like it's some type of brass contraption that lets off steam. Like, is this really how they produce vaccines in certain hospitals at a certain time? It seems kind of like a bit primitive, the equipment they're using here. And then we should be able to use A. There we go. Alright, we got the vaccine medium. Cultivation medium used to make vaccine. It needs to be mixed with the vaccine base to create the vaccine. Alright. These guys usually want to run from them because they can swallow you whole, so there's no point in trying to fight them. Not here. You can encounter them later on anyway. God damn. Get out of there, Carlos, before they eat you. So there's no hunters here because obviously, you know, we had a cutscene with Tyrell. So that you cannot have enemies in a place where an actual NPC died. Yeah, and we don't have here because if you see that you don't have the bombs, that means you're not going to encounter any enemies here. They leave the bombs for you to put in there. Now we gotta go to the 4th floor, and there's gonna be a whole bunch load of zombies that when that elevator door opens up. At least it should be. Maybe it only happens if we go upstairs first. Maybe that's the key. Maybe we got yeah, because there's the bomb, so we know hunters are gonna come out at once we get the vaccine, we're gonna see some hunters emerge from here. Oh, there's gonna be in here. Technically, I don't think there's anything we need to get here. I think, or is there a key? Oh yeah, you can listen to them walking. Yeah, get both of them at once. There you go. Just line them up. You don't even have to move. Oh, we had that bomb here, but sometimes those bombs are worth it. They end up causing more damage to you than they do to the hunters. Oh yeah, we got the sick room key, so we didn't need to come in here. 402. Photo D. The zombies are walking. It says the effect of the T-virus on the backside. Unknown creatures are soaked in formalin. You ever wonder what some of those creatures are and why we don't see them in the series? All that stuff that's hidden. Look at that diagram of the skull. Yeah, this is the window where Nikolai does a swan dive through that window. And somehow mysteriously doesn't die, and he also survives unharmed. That silver-haired freak. They have the bomb placed, so I think as soon as we get the key, they're gonna emerge from there. Now this is a puzzle that stings, literally. If you get it wrong, you'll get an electrical shock. Our Clay Mountains, where this all started. Now thankfully the puzzle does reset. So come on, Carlos, move that thing. So if you get it wrong, just go back outside and enter the room and it'll magically reset to its original position. I like to think it's magnetized on a rail or something, that's why it always resets. That's just my headcanon for why it does that. Oh, look at that, we got it right on the first try. Now we gotta go get the password. There's gonna be eels on the floor, or worms, whatever those things are. Hungry worms. The hungry earthworms. Oh, look at this genius. You're not fooling anyone, you jackass. Who do you think you're fooling? Really? Oh, is he dead, or do we have to wait for him to get back up? The doctor's body. He's holding a slip. Number says 325. Alright. Oh, he's down on the ground. Damn, look at all those shots he's taking. Holy shit. Oh, okay, now he gets back up. Really? Now of all times you get back up? I think we can spare the assault rifle. Make him dance a little. We're almost out of here. We don't have any other thing to do except just get the vaccine, combine it with that, and we're out of here. So I think we can spare it. Actually, a really short session. This is one thing the game definitely improved on in the remake. Probably the only thing it improved on besides the presentation of Carlos himself is the hospital. It's actually a much better section. With the exception of the gauntlet area that they have you do to protect Jill before you end Carlos's section, where it's a timer and you gotta plant a bomb and it's all sorts of cheesy stuff. That one sucks, but the overall hospital is pretty great. Probably the best area in the game. Because it's certainly not freaking Nest 2. Nest 2 sucks. It's so generic looking. I hate it. And it's full of those pale-headed enemies that nobody likes. The ones that look like Fluke Man from the X-Files. So the Nest 2 sucks. There's no Dead Factory, that's for sure. Core material used to create the vaccine needs to be mixed with the vaccine medium. Alright, there we go. Just mix it up like a juice. We got the vaccine. It's purple. Looks like a gel. Vaccine that is effective against the virus infection. So is that why Jill doesn't suffer from Raccoon City syndrome? Because she got infected and she got the vaccine that rendered it dormant and it went to her body. And then when Wesker was there, it mutated. When he had her captive, it mutated. So she's now just ageless. She's gonna look in her 40s or 50s when she's like 89 or 100. Oh, they're back. God, look at that fancy flip from Carlos. Oh, we got plenty of ammo. And we're done with the hospital, so Carlos has enough ammo for wherever he needs to go. We got plenty. We gotta move. Yeah, I guess it does make sense that it sends it into a state of dormancy because it said vaccine. She's already infected. Like, ooh, here's the zombies. They got me. You got me, brother. Right there went some of our ammo. Yeah, that's what Hulk Hogan said when he pretended to be injured by The Undertaker at a wrestling event during the very first match, and he almost got The Undertaker fired like a jackass. That Hogan did. He said, "You got me, brother," and pretended that The Undertaker had injured his neck severely. What a scumbag. October 3, 6 p.m. We'll have a party at Bar Jack. That's another area they're adding back into the mod so you can explore it further, Bar Jack. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I'm not going to be able to play it, but somebody will. And I will gladly watch a playthrough of it. We should probably save, even though we have to run out of here, but just in case, sometimes on rare occasions, Nemesis will beat you into the room where Jill is, and if that happens, it's game over. So we might as well save here to prevent that. Oh yeah, we're at the top. You got me, brother. Hogan should have been fired for that, like a scumbag he was. Instead, they went lenient on him because he's a golden boy. And the Undertaker felt bad at first because he was like, "Oh, I didn't intend to injure him. I didn't know it would be that bad." And then when he looked at the tape and realized Hogan's head and neck never even touched the mat, it was like, "You son of a bitch." And from that point on, he hated Hulk Hogan. Because why wouldn't you hate someone like that? A guy who tried to get you fired on your first date. That's scumbag material. I was watching a playthrough of this game a while back, and she was playing this section right here. She didn't realize she had to run outside. That it was a timer for the bomb, and she just got herself blown up with Carlos. It is convenient though. Like, conveniently, there's only a few seconds left for him to escape. And it doesn't blow him up when he's in the basement or the top floor. How convenient, right? The bomb only activates when you're there. That grunt he made. And there goes Raccoon City's last hope for a cure. It's gone. Jill's the only one who has a cure now. Is that zombie still around? Oh no, he died. He got crushed. Got crushed by the rubble. There was a hospital here, but it's gone now. Oh. It's like Silent Hill. There was a hole here, but it's gone now. Look at this. It's locked with a simple lock. Carlos, you're a fucking mercenary. You can't even lockpick a door. What kind of loser are you? Can't even lockpick a door. You're supposed to be a hardened mercenary from like South America or something. You can't even lockpick a freaking door. And all your missions in South America or Central America, wherever the hell you fought. Oh, here's the worms. Screw those. Oh, there's a lot of them. Screw those guys. Yeah, like, come on, man. What a buffoon. You can't even... Old Carlos kind of sucked. It's funny, I liked him better than the new one at first because I didn't like that they changed his look. He looked more scruffy with the black hair, and I was so used to this Carlos and I didn't like the visual look. And then as I played more of him... Oh, shit. Get the hell out of here. As I played more of him, I realized, wait a minute, this guy's a badass and the old Carlos is a bum. Like, he may not be better looking, but he's more realistic looking. Like you would expect a mercenary from Central or South America to look. And he's just a badass overall. Like, actually, I like him better than Chris. I know Chris has a lot of fans, but I just find Chris to be bland and boring. Like, his main attribute really is his muscles. That's all he has going for him. He's just a guy who's there, completes the mission, and is determined to complete it no matter what. He's basically Hunk without the mask. So, Chris never really appealed that much to me. I always preferred Leon and now Carlos from the remake. I would love to see him again in a new game. Oh, here comes Big Daddy Nemesis. This is what was missing from the remake. This is what we should have gotten instead of that stupid ass dog Nemesis. Thing sucked. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that. Run for it, Carlos, before he gets your ass. Thankfully he's courteous, so he won't break down the door until we're away from it. You notice the zombies are gone because they don't want to clear a path for you. They don't want you to get stuck there with Nemesis. I think he always loads off screen, so that's why you never see him open the door. You just hear the door opening, but you never actually see him because they load him off screen. But here is a nice surprise that gets a lot of people when they first play this game. Until you move. There he is, right from the flames. And mysteriously he will not go in there while Carlos is in there. I guess he fears getting trapped in a confined space. Or maybe it's the holy power of the Lord repelling him. Maybe whoever built this clock tower was a cultist and had supernatural power. Like that chapel in Eternal Darkness. Because why else wouldn't he go in there and... he should just follow Carlos in there, whip his ass and finish Jill off. Why wouldn't he go in there? Unless he's just toying with them. Alright, let's give Jill her vaccine. We got plenty of ammo for Carlos. Wherever he chooses to go next. We didn't even use health items besides the one green herb with the zombies. Here you go, Jill. Here's your vaccine. Now you're immune to the zombie virus. You can age gracefully, looking 50 years old when you're 100.
Hey! Are you okay?
Yes. Barely. What's going on?
No way! That monster just doesn't give up!
What? I thought we killed that thing!
No, it's been waiting for you!
He's playing with us. Carlos, do you think that it's unstoppable?
No, I don't think so. I'm sorry, Jill, but I've got to go take care of a few things. Oh, and bad news. Nikolai is still alive.
Nikolai? Are you sure?
Yes. I don't know how, but I do know that he is our enemy. Remember, don't trust him.
Is that a panty shot from Jill there, or just her skin turning white? That looked weird, like the texture was clipping there. Like the texture from her sweater clipped through her leg and the skirt. That was weird. They're trying to satisfy the Japanimation fans, as Otacon will call it. Metal Gear Solid 1. The anime fans who love their panty shots. That's why they complained about their outfit in Remake, right? Because it was shorts instead of a skirt, so they couldn't look up her skirt like the pervs they are. You like how he just burst out no way about Nemesis out of nowhere. Man, some of this dialogue was awkward. It's amazing Jill's voice actress actually gives a pretty decent performance given the limitations of voice acting in the PS1 days. You know, the limitations of them directing voices back then. It is funny though how Nemesis was active that whole time unless he was unconscious, but if he was awake, why didn't he just burst into the chapel and kill her then? You think maybe that's part of his human personality peeking in, where he's just like you know, it's just it's sort of his human self kind of peeking in. Let's see if we can combine this. I want to see if it works. I think it does. Yeah, there you go. You just put it right in the box. Perfect. But since we only have 2 right now, we're just gonna skip it, and we're gonna save just in case something goes wrong. We're going to the park next, which is another pretty good area that I missed in the remake. They cut it out and people were not satisfied. Because people are saying, oh, the fight with the grave digging monster is bad. But the thing is, if you didn't want to fight the grave digger in the cemetery, if you didn't want to fight that giant worm monster, what you could have done is just had you skip Nemesis, you know, entering through the clock tower, because since Carlos getting the vaccine is already dramatic enough with everything that happens there. You know, with they have Lakers there, and they have the hunters also. They have the hunters also, and then you have zombies, a bunch of stuff. So like, with everything that happens there, you could have skipped that, and then what you do is you take the Nemesis encounter with him being shirtless and all that stuff with the tentacles now, and you move that to the park, and instead of having a fight against the grave monster, you have a fight against shirtless buff Nemesis, and I think that would have worked much better than what they did, you know, because then you got you got another encounter with Nemesis, and so basically you just cut out that whole boss fight against dog Nemesis, Poochie Nemesis. You just cut that out and just have Jill go into the clock tower, you know, just have her in the clock tower, proceed as usual, do the things there, and then after Carlos does his thing at the hospital, then you do you know, shirtless Nemesis in the park, and obviously you just do a regular Nemesis fight in the clock tower. So it could have worked out much better than they did. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that. It was a rookie development team. They didn't really know what they were doing. I just have no idea what the hell they were thinking with that. That was stupid. I'm wondering if I should take a healing item or not. I guess a green herb, because I don't really think we need should we take the mine thrower? I don't really think we need let's take these bullets, definitely. I don't think we need a lot of health right now, because there's only a few enemies over there. Nothing too bad that we can't handle, but maybe we just take 1. Oh no, never mind, because we actually have the we actually have green herbs over there, so never mind. Oh, we also have the other office too with the save room, so never mind. We can just go proceed as usual. Oh, there he is. He broke down the door. Damn, Joe's getting stuck on the door and the wall. He looks cool that way, but the 2 drawbacks are: 1, he no longer drops items, so you cannot collect that shotgun to complete it. And 2, he's actually kind of weaker than the tentacles than he is with the rocket launcher. Even though the music is more ominous in a way, like, oh, the threat's been bulked up, he's much more tough now, you know, he's stronger and meaner, but actually he's easier to defeat now that he doesn't have his weapon. He doesn't have the rocket launcher, he doesn't have that element of surprise, you know, he just has the tentacles. It's actually easier to defeat him now than it is when he has a rocket, so... Ooh, that was close. He almost got me there. And of course he doesn't follow you into this room. So yeah, that's what I think they should have done. They should have just done a regular Nemesis fight at the clock tower. Cut out the segment with you know, that whole dog Nemesis segment. Just cut that out completely. Have Carlos go to the hospital, and then once he gets the cure, you know, and you're trying to leave his jail, then you go through the park and then you encounter a shirtless Nemesis, you know. Or if you wanted to do the park first and then go to the clock tower, you could have done a reverse. You could have had shirtless Nemesis there, and then you go to the clock tower, and then Carlos goes to the hospital. They could have done it either way, either one of these 2 ways, but they just screwed up and did that stupid ass dog Nemesis. I hate that thing. That thing sucks. Freaking dog Nemesis. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is why we should not have blown up that barrel. We should have just used it here. God damn, he doesn't die. Just line them up. Damn, did not work. Oh, it worked. It worked now. All of a sudden. Guess that shotgun's kind of random. I don't think we ever get rid of the lockpick, right? I think you keep it the entire inventory. I don't think there's a point like the items in like that what is it called? The bolt cutters, where it automatically says there's no need to use this item anymore in the remake. I don't think that ever says that for the lockpick. I think you keep it the whole game. Seems to be broken. Too bad. There's a fan right there we could use. Let's take these. Photo E. The zombies are attacking. How did you get that photo without getting killed? Or was he killed and it just somebody retrieved his photograph? There's some umbrellas. There's some mine thrower. Most useless gun in the game. People just use that as a last resort. There's no point even bothering with it otherwise. Got more mine thrower rounds. Because they take too long to activate and explode. It's just a waste of time. It's much better in RE4 remake, even though people don't like it there. But at least the explosive bolt thrower over there is somewhat useful. So we're just gonna store these in here. But the rest of the crap we don't need. I guess if we start to run out of ammo, we can just use that. We're gonna make some more shotgun shells because I wanna get the enhanced shotgun rounds. Now that we're not getting the T2 shotgun that Arnold had, we can just use a regular enhanced round. So okay, got 15 there. Let's try it one more time. One more. Let's see if it gives us the enhanced ones. We'll get more yellow gunpowder later on in the cemetery near the park, so it doesn't matter. I think we're almost there. I guess we'll stick with those for now. Just for now. Until we get more yellow gunpowder. Should we save or not? You know what? I'm gonna put away the grenade launcher for now, and I'm just gonna do the mine thrower just so we can use that thing to save ammo, because we're not gonna use it anywhere else. So I'm just gonna put it here. We're gonna take these instead. I'm gonna store this away in here. Yeah, I think we're set. Should we just save just in case? Nah. Nah, let's just not. Let's not. I don't think there's a dire need. Oh yeah, we do need a health, but like I said, there's one over there, so fuck it, let's go. Actually, let's ready these just in case we have the hunters over there. We can use the grenade rounds on them. Or the mine thrower rounds, sorry. Oh yeah, we don't need the lockpick anymore. I was trying to finish this tonight so we could have 4 nice videos, have it be symmetrical, and there's no odd number, there's no video 5 for it being just like half an hour long. But I don't know if we're gonna get there because you know, we should probably make a handgun ammo. Now that I think about it, we're running a bit low. Let's make some. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get there because it's just way too much to do. I don't know if it can be done in like an hour, so I think we might have to compromise just a bit. Let's do some up here. We create the enhanced ammo? Yes. There we go, we got 19. That should be good for us for now. It should be good for us for now. Especially since a lot of the enemies like the dogs, we really only gotta handle them with the shotgun. Oh, wait a second. Never mind. Never mind, we have to go back in. Because I just realized, yes, we can use the mind throw rounds against the regular hunters, but there's also gamma hunters that might show up in the bridge. If we have gamma hunters, those we definitely need to use the flame rounds to kill those froggies. Yeah, we can't mess around with those because those will swallow you alive, whole, if you give them an inch. I don't think you even have to be in danger. I think they can just do it. They can just one-shot you if you get you at the right angle. Raccoon Park? Does it have raccoons in it, or is that false advertisement? You know? Falsely advertising all the nice raccoons, and then you get there, there's nothing. Oh shit, there they are right there. Some motherfuckers. That ain't no shit. Oh, it blew him up. Now it blew him up. What the hell? There we go. Where is he? Okay, do we go to the dogs first or the fountain first? Where should we go? I think that's the fountain. I think the other end is the dogs. I wonder if we should go first over to the dogs or not. Yeah, you know what? Let's go over to the dogs. Oh, he's stuck. One of the most advanced bioweapons in the world. He can't figure out how to turn right. Yeah, those strings are a threat to the military. Ooh. Ah, damn. It didn't explode. We didn't give it enough time. Wait a minute. This is the fountain. Yeah, because this has all the herbs. Huh. I guess. Guess we'll take it. We don't need the blue ones because there's no enemies that can poison us here. So there's no point. But yeah, I guess we're heading this way first. The shape of the fountain changes based on the combination of the gears. So do they actually let people just manipulate it randomly like that? All day, not afraid they're gonna break something? There we go. So basically you have to drain all the water. So you gotta have 2 whites on top, 2 blacks on the bottom. That sounds wrong, but that's how you gotta do it. Wait a minute, but it's already like that. How do we get out of here? Okay, so that just has 1 big spray. Oh, never mind. It's the I see it. It's the second one. You just gotta move them over to the left. So nobody ever figured out there was a secret passageway there? Or did they just assume, oh, that's just for the worker maintenance and, you know. And that just leads to a passageway for worker maintenance. They didn't realize it led to a whole other section of the park. Or like the sewers. Wait a minute, why isn't it draining the water? Oh, cause never mind. Refer to the illustration to drain the pool. There you go. Okay, so we were doing the wrong one. I thought it was all those fours, but it's the one over here. What did it say again? Let's see. My short-term memory is crap nowadays. Okay, 2 blacks on top, 2 whites on the bottom. That's more like it, right? I'm gonna move them over to the right. No, that's the wrong one, Jill. Nothing happened. Of course it didn't. It's wrong. And of course they magically reset. How the hell is that even possible? That the gears just magically reset on their own. With no effort absolutely from Jill. There we go. Now we can drain that thing. Yes, let's go down into the mysterious dark tunnel. We're at an hour so far. Let's see if we can actually beat this in an hour. Or at least like an hour and a half. That wouldn't be too bad. Maybe then we can do a video for mercenaries later on. Or maybe we can do like a run through with Jill. Like see if we can get that awesome Terminator 2 shotgun. Obviously this is an homage to George Romero and how the zombies come back to life, you know. They're actual zombies. Alfred Combs, 1923, 1986. Yeah, look at that. We got the ultra powerful healing herbs. Let's just gun these guys down. There's no point in wasting bullets on these guys. Just gun them down. Took out his kneecaps. Oh, shot him in the ass. Damn, look how powerful that ammunition is. It forces them back. The guy's dead. Where's the other one? Doesn't look like we can read any other of the grave. Oh, here we go. Here lies James Otto, in loving memory of his family. That's nice. Oh, here comes another freaking zombie. I should think we can just run past these guys. Because the boss fight is going to take care of them. So I think we can just run. Motherfucker, Raccoon City Cemetery. Oh shit, that's what we needed to get the dogs for. That sucks. That's what we need to go to the docks to get the cemetery key. Oh, that's bullshit. Is he down? There we go. Now he's down. Yeah, you slow your roll, player. Don't try that rushing stuff at me. Damn, so we did have to go the other way. That sucks. That's some bullshit. We did have to go the other way to retrieve the key. I guess at least we got the 2 herbs, so now we can just go down there. I guess we might as well just take the green one to prevent ourselves from getting automatically killed by the hunter. Oh shit, where were the spiders here? So not to be a huge spoiler or anything, but I read a post by someone saying that one thing that a streamer I follow was questioning that why wasn't it in RE2 and RE4 remake, and I think I might know what it is. I'm hoping it's the spiders that they brought them back, because those spiders will be cool as hell to see in Requiem in the new modern HD graphics. That would be cool as hell to see those spiders. I hope they brought them back. I haven't questioned what else it could be, because I don't want to spoil myself obviously, but I'm hoping it's the spiders that they brought them back. I'm hoping, right? Yeah, I think this is that thing is worthless. Might as well just use the frickin' flames. Because it takes too long to explode and it doesn't do any damage. There he is. Ooh! Run for it, Jill. Okay, so it's zombies. Yeah, if you see if you don't see anyone standing there normally, it's the frog monsters, the hunters that are gonna emerge from the water. But the fact that it's zombies shows we're in the clear. Just shoot them down like regular zombies. Yeah, this guy's tanky. There we go. Jeez. Oh, he's still alive. Look at that, he used up all our precious ammo just like that. What a tank. Yeah, the other handgun is better, but since we're only using we're only producing enhanced rounds now, we can we're better off using this one. They're more powerful anyway. The other one just has a greater crit shot. I think you can still produce regular handgun rounds, but there's no point because it's just might as well just rely on this. We can make more use of it next time if we get it early. You know, since we're getting early, when we try to get the shotgun, we gotta kill Nemesis the first time, so we can just make greater use of that next time. The eagle, and then we'll use the other shotgun too. If we start getting the enhanced ammos early, we can make greater use of them. There's an explosive here to deal with the dogs, but unfortunately it's way over there, so it just makes it very difficult to deal with them. Ooh. There you go. Munch on that, doggo. You bastard. What does he have on him? There we go, the park key. He is holding something. Written order to the supervisors. Mission requirements, Bravo 16-1. Obtain and secure a sample of all the information pertaining to this case. Observe and record combat data on the UBCS. Goddamn Umbrella, always wanting to have their combat data. Even from their own soldiers and mercenaries. Come on, man. 2. Destroy all the evidence, including the medical facility that has the medical treatment data. So they didn't want anyone getting cured either. 3. Check the guinea pig's ability to accomplish the mission. Yeah, so the combat data, I guess, is the mercenary units. And I guess the guinea pigs are also the mercenary units, or maybe even Nemesis himself. One of those two. Probably the mercenaries. Once your mission is complete, evacuate the area. Remember that you must not help anyone who is not a supervisor nor bring anything back that might be traced to where it belongs. And we can tell just from Requiem that they had priority for certain guys and certain people that got out that really shouldn't have gotten out. And they lived to the ripe old age of 90 thanks to Umbrella's timely intervention. You know, hundreds of thousands of people died, you know. 100,000 people died, but they made it out intact. Damn, there's no magnum ammo over here? He usually... Oh, there he is. I was about to say, he usually has a clip on him. It's the rear gate of Raccoon Park. It's locked. Yeah, there was one guy... I won't say who it is because it's a spoiler for Requiem. It's not really a major character either. He's just mentioned in a file, but he was one guy who you see mentioned here in this game, and you see him mentioned in Resident Evil 2, the OG and the remake. And of all the people in this town, he was one of the ones that shouldn't have made it out at all, because he was a scumbag, and yet thanks to Umbrella, he made it out safely in time and lived to the ripe old age of 90. Like, what a deal, huh? You make a deal with Umbrella, this corporation, this pharmaceutical corporation that ends up destroying your town. You make a deal with them to destroy your own town, and then you escape scot-free and live to be 90 years old. What a bunch of bullshit that is. That's garbage. Like, what a fucking scumbag, right? He sacrificed 100,000 of his own people so he could escape unharmed and live until 90 years old when Raccoon City disease finally caught up with him. And of course, by then he's 90, so what the fuck does he care? He's gonna die soon anyway, so it just, he never faced any consequences for what he did. He escaped scot-free. And just, fucked everybody over. That was sad to read it in that game. It's one of those memos that makes you realize what a bunch of scumbags Umbrella were. And what a bunch of scumbags some of the people that worked for them were. Even if they weren't working directly for Umbrella, just by association, they were still scumbags. And that guy in particular, like I said, how do you live to be 90 years old after you destroy your own town or city? Like, come on, man. He faced no consequences whatsoever. He just got out scot-free. Clean as a whistle. Or is it clean as a baby? I forget which. Let's run past the spooters. Really? God damn it. Dumbass spiders. God damn it, dumbass spiders. I guess we're just gonna grab both of those blue herbs, use one now, and then keep one on us because I don't want to use a whole heal. Just to get rid of the caution status. I don't want to use up that much healing power. Okay, so we're still in yellow caution. That's fine. So we're just gonna take one over here. We're just gonna take one. And then when we exit the boss fight, we'll just keep one on us at all times too. We'll just take one from the box. I thought I dodged that, but no, it just fell right on top of her. So there's one. Here we go. Okay, we dodged it this time. Run, Jill. Run from the giant ass spooters. Use the park key. Yes, that's discarded. See, there you go. There's our new gunpowder. We got more, so. We should probably put some stuff back in the box. We're gonna put back that useless ass mine core. That thing sucks. Blows. I don't like it. It's just too difficult to aim, and it doesn't explode intact. I mean, it doesn't explode quickly enough. You know, you fire it at the enemy, but it leaves them intact, and it takes like 3 seconds to explode. The hunter can kill you in those 3 seconds, so that's no good. So we're gonna put that there. Gotta put these away for now. I haven't decided which ones I'm gonna take into battle. Okay, yeah, there's the blue herb. Let's put this away. Go back and get the other gunpowders. Does this room remind you of anything? Dried up pumpkins are placed here. Dried up pumpkins. Not quite the masterful translation job it should have been, right? There's a distinct lack of certain things regarding English in this translation. They don't quite gel. Oh, speaking of translations, I forgot. That reminds me, I actually had to do the Fatal Frame demo. I haven't even done that yet. I just been watching the streamer I watch play Defiance. I haven't even done that yet. I gotta download that demo because I think the game already came out. So the game's already out. I haven't even played the damn demo for it to see if it's any good. So I gotta get on that because I actually did want to finish Fatal Frame 2 originally at PS2, but two things happened. One, I got lost in the middle of the game, and that game in its original form is not very helpful in telling you where to go. It's not very pleasant, so you end up lost in the middle of the game if you take too much time away from it. You don't remember what you don't remember what you were doing in that section what your objective is, and you're kind of stuck. You have to start over. And two, the cord to my PlayStation 2 broke, so I gotta find a replacement for that. So for those reasons, I never finished Fatal Frame 2, so I might get the remake just because. But does this room remind you of anything? What does it look like, this storehouse for vegetables and pumpkin here? It looks like Alisa Trevor's house in the remake. You can tell they definitely took inspiration from this room and this particular shed in building her house over at the Umbrella Mansion, outside the cabin, the shack or wherever it is she lives at. It definitely resembles this area a lot. They took inspiration from this room for sure. It even has a fireplace just like that one over there, so deserted alcohol bottles. Let's take this pipe. Maintenance tools are placed here. Will you take the iron pipe? Yes. If this were Silent Hill, Harry Mason would use that pipe to kick ass. Or Heather or James. It's an iron pipe for gas piping. Is tough and long enough to be used as a pry. Alright, let's stick these in the box. I should probably keep all the gunpowders closer, but whatever. Okay, we need to save some to make freeze rounds, but we're gonna get more at the Dead Factory. Let's take the lighter. Do we need that right now? Let's see. No, I don't think we need the lighter right now. Oh yeah, we do for the... Never mind, we do for the chimney. Or the fireplace, whatever. Let's stick this in here. We don't need this useless ass weapon. Let's grab the, let's grab the reloading tool because we're gonna make more, handgun rounds. So I think if it says no, you make regular rounds that you can use for the eagle. But we're not using the eagle right now, so we just stick with this one. There you go. Put this over here. Oh, you know what? Let's see if we can get some enhanced rounds. I think we need a couple more times, and it should give us the enhanced bullets. We just got started late on manufacturing shotgun ammo. I think we need it one or two more times and it should be good. But in the meantime, it gives us plenty of regular ammo to use. There it is, the parts for the M37 shotgun. Man, it sucks we couldn't get that, but we could get in the next playthrough. Like I said, maybe we'll do a playthrough with just a special costume. And we'll start with like the assault rifle or something so we can beat down Nemesis over at the RPD and get the first part of the handgun, the Eagle custom handgun. Because once you do, you get the second part, then you get the first aid kit box, which is very useful as I've explained to you, and then after that you get the 2 shotgun parts. So all in all, it works out pretty good, but you need to have some way to defeat Nemesis in that fight. If you just go into it with your regular handgun ammo, you'll be killed. You need to have some extra ammo to defeat him. And that's where we play mercenaries. That's where the money you get from playing mercenaries comes into factor. Alright, let's burn this away. How convenient that it's hidden behind the fireplace and they gotta... I guess they gotta patch it up every time they go in there and gotta crawl through there. You imagine Nikolai crawling through that passageway. I don't see him getting on his hands and knees and doing it. He'd probably have some other way of entering. Will you discard it? Yes, we no longer need the lighter. Because we're not a smoker like Chris is. I assume he gave up the smoking when he started taking steroids to become big and bulky. Let's use the pipe. Hell yeah, work it, Jill. Work that pipe. Put that pelvis into it. Work it, girl. There you go. Of course, Chris would just punch through the whole brick wall by himself, fist and all, not even damage his hand. That's how overpowered he is. Alright, we got it. We got some ink ribbons. Supervisor's report. The endurance ability of the contaminated guinea pigs is truly incredible. Oh, okay, so the guinea pigs are referring to the zombies. Okay, that's why they say test the abilities of the zombies to complete the mission. So I guess I always understood it like they were talking about, oh, let's test the ability of the umbrella mercenaries, the UBCS, to complete the mission, but not really. What they're testing is part of the mission includes taking on the zombies to register what they're capable of. That's what they mean by complete the mission. You gotta gather data on what the zombies are capable of. Even when shot in a vital area, they can sometimes survive for several days without taking care of the wound. However, after prolonged exposure to the virus, the guinea pig's intelligence level decreases to that of an insect. Even though reviving the dead seems too disgusting, the virus may still be of use. If we inject the virus into our POWs and release them, they will return to their units and then turn into zombies. This plan may work for us in the future. Somebody asked what during a playthrough what POWs were. They're prisoners of war, so that means that Umbrella planned on infecting prisoners of wars and then sending them back to their home countries to infect or to their home units to infect everyone with the zombie virus, pretty much. And the United States government was in league with them the whole time, so isn't that messed up? In certain areas, the virus seems to have caused the mutation of animals and plants. It may be difficult, but it will make a good sample for the bioweapon development. I've heard that there is a giant alligator, but I've only encountered a giant creature moving underground. I don't even want to imagine what creature spawned that monster. I think it was probably a fluke worm or an earthworm or something. A flatworm, who knows. I encountered Nemesis in capital letters. If I didn't know about it, I would have been contaminated and would become one of them by now. So Nemesis will attack them pretty much if it feels as threatened. Even though they're umbrellas, I guess its orders only go as far as taking out STARS members, but it will attack them if it feels threatened, or at least infect them with the virus. If it is still walking around the city, its mission is not yet over. STARS members must be very tough since they have survived until this point. However, they cannot hold out forever. So yeah, I guess he was supposed to retreat once the mission was complete and go back to Umbrella headquarters. But the funny thing is, there's only 2 STARS members left in the city, Jill and Brad got done in by Nemesis, so it's really only hunting just Jill. Because Barry and Chris and Rebecca left long ago, so they're not even in the city. So like the whole mission for Nemesis is pretty much a waste of time. They could have just sent a mercenary team to kill Jill and Brad, and that would have been it. They didn't even have a need to deploy this huge monster to go fight them, because most of the STARS members aren't even in the city right now. And in Chris's case, they're literally overseas along with Barry, so they're not even here. So that was a waste of time and effort on Umbrella's part. They could have just sent a mercenary team and it would have done the exact same job, only better. There's a guy who's dead. Look at how different he is from Jill's model. It's set to the auto-receive mode. Facts from the HQ. Attention, the Raccoon City project has been abandoned. Yeah, so they did see the Raccoon City as a whole experiment for guinea pigs. Our political maneuvering in the Senate to delay their plans are now futile. All supervisors should evacuate immediately. The U.S. Army is going to execute their plan tomorrow morning. The city will be obliterated at daybreak for sure. And in this version, they mean a nuke. In the remake version, apparently they changed it to some type of missile that wiped out all biological life, but mostly left the city intact. It was in ruins, but it was intact, so that's kind of an odd change that they did just to bring back Raccoon City, which it was funny. The guy who wrote the scenario for this originally on Twitter pretty much said that he had no idea how the city was showing up again and being used in Requiem since he blew it to hell. He had him nuke the whole city, so he had no idea how anything was left there. Because there shouldn't have been anything left. It should have just been a crater, like we see at the end of this game. So that was an odd retcon for the story from Capcom. You know that, oh, Raccoon City, we thought it was wiped out. And no, miraculously it survived. The buildings actually stayed intact for the most part. And Leon can now explore them. And Grace too, I assume. And it's like, what the hell? Like the same guy who actually wrote the scenario for original RE3 is wondering on Twitter what the hell that's all about, since he blew up the city with a nuke. He had them destroy the city completely, wipe them out, and here it is showing up again in RE9. That's definitely confusing to him. I can see why he would be confused, especially if he hasn't played the remake since then. He doesn't realize what they did with the new stuff. It's like, what the hell? How the hell did Raccoon City survive? I had them nuke it. They fired a nuke into the city and destroyed everything. How the hell did it survive? And well, they changed it. It's not a nuke anymore. It's just an anti-biological material weapon, like a neutron bomb. Is that what they call those things? A neutron bomb that just wipes out the life and not necessarily the buildings. So it leaves some things intact, but everyone that's alive in the city, every living creature pretty much gets wiped out. A small key with an iron ring attached to it. It says rear gate on the ring. Alright, so you know what? I think we actually will do 6 videos, because what I'm gonna do, I think, is yeah, we still have to fight with the graveyard worm. So what I think I'm gonna do is we'll fight him here. We'll go a little into the dead factory. We'll make the decision with Nemesis where you push him off a bridge, or you dive into the sewers, one of those, and then we'll save at the control room. And then that way, that'll be the final video for the series. That'll be the video showing the ending, and then we can do one video with mercenaries where we go and complete some of the mercenaries and earn ourselves enough cash to go and buy that assault rifle that I won, so we can take on Nemesis in the first section. So that'll make a nice 6 videos, because it would be weird anyway if after doing all of RE3 here, all the main scenario, we go and do like we immediately start up mercenaries and do like one scenario with Carlos. That would be weird. I think it's probably better just to devote the whole video to mercenaries and getting that assault rifle by getting enough cash, and then we can check out like the extra outfit for Jill, and we can start over just a bit. But yeah, I think it's better this way. Just do one now for this section, so that this video isn't like 2.5 hours long, and then we after that we just start one for mercenaries and get some cash. We get some cash on our hands so we can buy the assault rifle.
All supervisors, mission terminated. Return immediately. Repeat. All supervisors return immediately. Over.
Nikolai is the supervisor, obviously. That silver-haired freak. Oh, and look at the board. It also looks like the subway line board for RE3 Remake. That's pretty cool when it has the different lines on it, and you gotta arrange them to show what train is going where. It's actually pretty decent that they kind of reuse the same idea over again. Oh, look at her sliding through the opening in the chimney.
I'm quite impressed you've managed to stay alive up until now.
And you seem to be doing a pretty good job of looking out for yourself. How about helping out?
I have no intention of helping you.
Because we're nothing but pawns in all this?
In a manner of speaking, you are. Our employers wanted a detailed analysis of the zombie beings which were created through infection by the T-virus.
You're saying that they deliberately sent in a military unit to be butchered by their creations?
Not exactly. Although the conditions encountered on this operation were extreme, it was an unexpected outcome that the team would be wiped out. We were only required to collect live data from the subjects.
Ah!
Another mutant!
You sound so shocked, Jill, like you're not aware of what Umbrella's capable of. You've seen what they can do. Of course they would sacrifice their own team members. But like he explained, that wasn't the point. They were trying to collect data, and they were also trying to save their own employees. I guess pretty much the civilians were mainly given priority based on whether they worked on Umbrella or not, or with Umbrella. But yeah, it makes sense that they wanted to analyze the zombies, because even though there were lots of zombies in the mansion, remember that got wiped out, and the research team pretty much was destroyed before any significant real data could be collected. By the time Wesker got the STARS members over there, everyone was pretty much dead, so there was no reason, there was no opportunity to obtain any combat data from them, because there was no one left. So any data was useless. And the researchers all went insane too before becoming zombies, so there was literally no one left to record that data. So it makes sense that they didn't they didn't really know or understand what the zombies were capable of yet. They had to figure that out on their own, using here as the perfect test environment. So they didn't mean to infect the city, but once they did, once the city did become infected, they saw it as a perfect playground to test their hypotheses and gather data for experiments and stuff like that. So they took advantage of an awfully bad situation to actually make it even worse. Pretty much is what they did. We're gonna reload the Magnum. Where's the freaking Magnum ammo? Here it is. We're gonna reload that, even though we're not gonna use it yet. Stick this in the box. Trying to figure out what we should take. Because I know the acid rounds do work on the creature, but I just don't want to create any. I don't know. Should we take some just in case? I guess maybe we can find more gunpowder in the dead factory. Maybe we should create some acid rounds just so we can use them on what's his name? On the grave monster here, the earthworm. Do we have any freeze rounds left? We need some for Nemesis. Oh, we have one gunpowder left. That's fine. That's fine. We have one left. And also we get more Magnum bullets and a rocket launcher too. The rocket launchers for Nemesis final form. We also get bullets, so it should be alright. So we're gonna store this for now since we're not gonna use this. Yeah, let's make some acid rounds just so you can see how they work. There you go, acid rounds. Grenade acid rounds. Special bullets whose warhead is filled with anti-creature sulfuric acid. Used for HKP grenade launcher. So that lets you know you gotta use it on creatures, not the zombies. You gotta use it on the worm, the grave monster worm. You gotta use it on hunters, stuff like that. Do not use it on zombies under any circumstances. It's just a waste of time. We should probably reload that. Let's see. We need some handgun bullets to try to shoot down the lamppost that falls mid-fight, so we can electrocute that thing and save ourselves some ammo. There we go, we're fine. Should we take the box or should we take the herbs? What should we take? We've got 2 in the box. That might be better off for Nemesis. I don't think the worm can poison you. At least I hope not. You know what, let's take the herbs. Let's take the herbs. God damn it, I keep forgetting to grab the blue herb. Just in case we gotta go past the spiders again. I don't know if they disappear or not. They should still be there. So let's take that just in case. And what we'll do is we'll replace the ink ribbons with another herb combination once we go out there. Oh yeah, it is 2:44 a.m. and I am feeling tired because it got warm over here, and warm temperatures are my enemy. I hate them. So yeah, so we already been at it almost an hour and 45 minutes pretty much. So we're at an hour 33 so far. So I think, like I said, we're just gonna do this boss fight. We're gonna do the boss fight, and then we're gonna go deal with Nemesis and that decision on the bridge, and then we'll just save in the office at the dead factory, and that way we can start anew next time. Let's combine these right away. Wonder if I should take the regular rounds or flame rounds, but I think flame rounds would be better because Regular rounds you can use with the gunpowders to make different types of ammo, whereas they don't do much damage on their own, so I think flame rounds are the best option. We got 2 full heals, got the key, we got our handgun. I think we're fine. That should be it. Alright, let's go out there and deal with this grave digging monster. I hesitate to say the full name because knowing YouTube's closed captioning software, the subtitles could translate it into something very nasty and unpleasant, so I hesitate to detail the full name of that monster. So we're just gonna call it the grave worm monster, or the grave digging monster, instead of its actual name, because it is very easy for the closed caption / subtitles to mangle that word to something else that I do not want it to be. You know what it is. It is just extremely easy for it to mangle words. I remember somebody was playing, I think it was Soul Reaver 2, and in the subtitles, one of the words, instead of I think it was Kane saying pawn, like when he said, like, you and I are both pawns of destiny, describing a perfect circle up until this point. I think the subtitle says something like said like, you and I are both porn of destiny. It was hilarious, but at the same time it shows you what YouTube subtitles can do. It might have been either that or the confrontation at Williams Chapel, but either way, at one point Kane said the word pawn and it turned it into the word porn. That's an entirely different subject Kane is talking about. So yeah, I'm not taking any risk with YouTube's subtitles. It's probably already too late if I mentioned the name once, but I won't mention it again. So it's the grave worm monster now. It's the grave monster. Here we go. First fight against the grave monster. I thought this was so cool looking when I first played it, but the actual fight itself is kind of a pain. Ooh, because of stuff like that. It's kind of a pain, not gonna lie. It's not good. Alright, he went on the ground. Where's he gonna emerge from? Ooh! Almost got her booty right there. Oh yeah, that's what... That can cause you a lot of damage right there. Ooh, we're in danger already. Yeah, that bite takes a lot out of you. That takes a huge... God damn! Takes a huge chunk of health out of you. That's why the fight is so annoying. Back away, Jill. Okay, we got a bit of a respite there while he lines up to make an attack. Let's see if we can hit him twice. Alright, we hit him twice. Goes on the ground. It's a very cool sequence when you electrocute him, but it's difficult to pull off. You gotta basically hit the lamppost perfect. Ooh, nice dodge there, Jill. She did not dodge that one though. She could not dodge that one. And you go into danger so easily in this fight. I think you can't get caught in that corner pretty much. You kind of got to keep him in frame. There you go. Now that the lamppost is kind of tilted, you're supposed to shoot it down and lure him in there. Only problem is that's easier said than done. God damn it. Fuck off, man. Damn, he didn't electrocute him. You might be screwed. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. We got him. There you go. Burn, you stupid ass worm. It's just smoldering barbecue now. Oh, and we survived with our orange caution. Okay, so it took a while, but he did position himself into it. He just slid right into the electrocuted water. Hell yeah. That's how you do it. I wish I would have brought another healing item, but unfortunately we didn't think that far ahead. I probably should have just left the handgun bullets. That's what I should have done. I should have just left the handgun bullets. And taken another healing item instead. Let's see, I think the spiders should be gone now. They might still be here. Oh, goddamn, they are here. Fuck. Oh, shit, we're doomed. Oh, wait a second, maybe not. Maybe we can still get away. Limping away very, very slowly. You can make it, Jill. They can't do anything except poison you. We made it. Nice. Oh, but is that dumbass hunter gonna beat, or is it the zombies now? I think they might have gotten replaced. I'm hoping they got replaced. That's why you should probably leave green herb here, just in case you need it, instead of doing what I did. Let's ready the shotgun just in case it's the hunter. It's the park map. It should be zombies now, I think. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's zombies, not the damn hunter. Oh yeah, it is zombies. Thank God. Let's not fuck around with these guys. Okay, is there anyone over here, or are we clear? Oh, hey, yeah, we're clear. Hell yeah, now we can go get some healing items. This way is still clear. I'm hoping. Hopefully. Look at that, she runs faster on the stairs even while she's in danger. I didn't know that. I always assumed she would just limp down them, but no, she actually runs faster even in danger. Oh yeah, we're in an hour 42 minutes now. I definitely gotta put this to rest for tonight. Just grab a healing item. You want to save 2 of these because the final version of monster Nemesis form can actually poison you. His final form, if you're not careful, it can actually poison you. So you do want to keep at least 2 full heals with blue herbs in them so that you're not poisoned. There we go. Now we're alright. We can put this away safely because we don't need it anymore. I think we should be fine. We don't really need any other items yet because we're just going straight to the office. So I think we should be fine. We should be good. I don't think the frog zombies respawn. I mean, hunters respawn. I think once you get the zombies on the bridge, that's pretty much it. The bridge just stays cleared, so we can just go over here. And go over to the bridge and to the dead factory. And that'll be it for the night. Oh, look at her waiting for us. With her one tank top, or one strap tank top. I guess Jill can't really complain since she's wearing a tube top, but still. Who thought they should make sexy zombies, right? Let's have zombies wearing skimpy clothes. I guess since it's summer it makes sense, but still. Because it's September, right? So I guess it makes sense, but still. Yeah, the frog hunters don't respawn here. They don't spawn at all if you get the zombies. If you do trigger the hunters, they just emerge from the water while you're crossing. But I think it's actually easy to run past them if you're not injured. It's only when you're injured that they can kind of lock you there and swallow you whole. Because I think the move is an instant kill. I think it has a chance of grabbing you while you're healthy, but I think they're still easy to run around. They're not quite as deadly as the regular hunters, the hunters beta. We are almost at the end. This is also one of the creepiest locations in the entire Resident Evil series, the Dead Factory, because of all the stuff Umbrella did here and all the files that you'll find. And just the general dilapidated state of it. It is much, much creepier than that stupid ass Nest 2 from Remake 3. That thing sucked. That was so bland and generic looking. They just copied the textures of Nest 1 from RE2 Remake and called it a day, only it didn't work nearly as well over here. Because we were missing a whole section, so I'm curious to see what they're gonna do to restore it in that mod for the remake on PC. There's our friend again, Nemesis. So last time we chose to dive into the sewers and the water, so you know what, this time we're just gonna push him off. Push that bastard right off the bridge, Jill. While he's roaring like that. There we go, just push him down there like a sack of garbage. It involves her touching her hands to him, which probably risks contamination, but we were already infected once by the virus and we got the vaccine. We'll survive. You should be careful in this area. You see that there's a bomb there. The reason it's placed there is because insects will spawn over here at some point. I think around the halfway point of this area you'll get insects spawning in this place. Treatment control room, it's locked. So you want to use the bomb against them to save ammo. If you can corral them over to that corner, it'll save you a lot of ammo. You could just take out both of them at once.
Carlos.
Jill, listen very carefully. They're planning on launching a missile directly into the city as soon as day breaks. The explosion will be powerful enough to destroy everything.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. I heard it straight from a supervisor.
They'll go this far to cover their tracks?
Come on, we have to hurry. There isn't much time left.
So I'm guessing that was what he went over to do, to get more information on the situation from the supervisor, which implies there's someone left besides Nikolai. I wonder if that guy survived. Judging by the fact we see a lot of names in the survivor list, in Requiem, I'm guessing he did, maybe. Oh, look at poor Mag over here in a sewer office, or a dead factory office, whatever. So he did call it a missile, so they didn't really specify in-game that it's a nuke, but it's pretty well implied by the end screen of the game at the credits. Manager's diary, April 25th. Today is my 30th birthday. I was transferred to this facility today. I am very happy because the work environment is very different from life in the university. May 14th, the disposal system has been completed. Using a special kind of gas, it can decompose the cells of the guinea pigs. We have to try this out before beginning practical usage of the system, since it is not 100% stable yet. May 20th, when I was checking the treatment room, the door shut and I was locked inside. I couldn't get out for 1 hour. I guess even if you have the key card, it's useless when you're locked inside. June 7th, the guinea pig we have to dispose of are increasing. The system is not working smoothly. The laboratory staff doesn't listen to my opinions and I'm getting extremely frustrated. So I'm guessing they're either making a lot of zombies accidentally with experimentation, or else people are starting to get infected already by the virus. July 16th, we can't dispose of all the bodies and the quality of the liquid medicine is not good enough either. July 29th, though the function of the system decreases, the number of the bodies we have to dispose doesn't. The infection level has increased and the antibodies we are using is no match for the new mutation of the virus. Some of the workers have been infected by the disease. So I wonder if that's the reason for a Raccoon City disease later on in Requiem, because the virus just mutates in response to the antibodies. I have continued to work, but I always keep a gun with me. I must remember to save one bullet for me. I want to weep. I don't want to die here. I swear that I'll lose my mind if I imagine how painful the death will be. That's very, very dramatic. And very well written for someone who's just a newbie there coming straight from university. Okay, so we got the first aid spray. We're going to put that in the box. The first aid box. We're going to combine it so that we have 3 that we can use during the fight with Nemesis, because that's what we're going to use to heal there. And then we're going to save the ones with poison healing for the ultimate battle against it, where he can poison you. So we're going to put this back in the box for now. Put him in the storage box. Wondering what I should take out for the grenade launcher. Oh, I should probably make more ammo, right? Where's the reloading tool? I should probably make some handgun. There we go. So I'm trying to think, how much red do we need? We have 1, 2, 3. We need a red and a yellow to create a blue. So we need 1 each. So I think it should be fine if we make 1 more. Oh, and we already have this one too, so should be alright. Yeah, let's just make 1 more round of handgun bullets. That should be enough to get us through the game. Because we have plenty of shotgun shells. We can use those in a pinch. Like I said, I don't intend on creating any more flame rounds, so we don't have to worry about that. Hunters we can take out with the shotgun or the magnum if necessary. There we go, we're going to combine that. That'll be our handgun ammo for the rest of the game. There we go. I think we got more than enough. If we line up the zombies properly and use the shotgun. So put this back over here. Yeah, what should we do? You know what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make the blue ones starting now. So that we already have them there. We're gonna make that. We are not making any more magnum ammo. I prefer the freeze rounds. They're much more effective. There we go. We're gonna store those in the box until we need them. We're not gonna have use of them until the Nemesis fight, so they can just stay in there. We're gonna put these away in case we do manage to make enough resources to make more freeze rounds. You know what? I think we can get away with putting the grenade launcher in the box for now. I don't think we need it at all, because for the hunters we can just use the shotgun, or we can use if it's insects, we can use the I was about to say the magnum rounds. We can use the mine thrower rounds. We got plenty of those, so yeah, let's use the old mine thrower. Give that a try. We're gonna save. Oh yeah, we're at almost 2 hours, so we're in an hour 53, so we should definitely quit for the night. But yeah, there you go. We're in the final stretch of the game. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna have 5 parts to it instead of 4. I wanted to have it like 1/4 of the game per video, but yeah, it's just even though it's one of the shorter Resident Evils, it's still too long to just have 4 videos. So instead, what we're gonna do is when we come back next time, we're gonna finish off the game since we're at the very end of the main scenario, and then we're gonna do a whole separate video just for mercenaries where we play Carlos, Nikolai, I mean not Nikolai, what's his name, Mikhail, where we try to rescue as many of the civilians as we can and earn enough cash to purchase that assault rifle so we can fight Nemesis in the second replay. I'll definitely do another replay of it later on after I get done with Requiem. But yeah, Resident Evil 3, it's still a very highly replayable game. It's still a lot of fun. There are some bad spots here and there. There's some jankiness, not nearly as much as something like Code Veronica or Are You Survivor, that even though it's like an hour and a half short, the game is just one big ball of jank pretty much. That game is Are You Survivor. Resident Evil 3 is leagues above either one of those two games. I still keep people saying, oh, Code Veronica is the real Resident Evil 3. That should have been Resident Evil 3. Man, fuck that game. Fuck Code Veronica. That game can stun lock. I mean, not stun lock you. That game can soft lock you at any 3 or 4 given points in the game. Even to the people saying, oh, you won't get stun locked if you just bother to save the ammo. You have no warning that you're going to switch over to Chris or encounter an area you can't go back from at any point in that game. They never tell you, so there's no reason to save a ton of ammo unless you already heard it from someone else. And then on top of that, some of the puzzles in the Antarctic base can soft lock you, so it's a lose-lose situation. There's no way to win, so screw that game. That game could go to hell. I think for me, this is the real Resident Evil 3. It's the official one. It's the one that deserves the title. And it's funny because the director of the game said that he didn't like disown it, but he did say that he was disappointed that he doesn't feel it's worthy of being a numbered entry. You know, he doesn't feel it's worthy of being included in the main series games because it's not long enough or detailed enough. And I'm like, this thing is way better than Code Veronica. That thing sucks. That thing should never be included in the list of mainline entries or be given a number ever. Not even as a joke like Resident Evil 3.5. Not even joking should you give that game a number. That game sucks. And Steve is one of the most annoying characters, not just in video games but in all of media I have ever seen, period. Like, I hate to say it this way, but Steve even makes Jar Jar look presentable and likable. That's how bad he is. He's just god awful. Like, he even makes Jar Jar look cooler by his mere existence. How the hell does that even happen? How does Jar Jar Binks look cool compared to your freaking dumbass character? So that guy sucks. Like, I'm glad he's dead in that game, in the series overall. I'm glad he died the way he did, because that guy's a jackass. I hate him, and Claire should hate him too. He sucks. He sucks ass. But anyway, this game is still good. It has none of the problems of Code Veronica. You have a likable protagonist in Jill. Carlos not too bad. He's a bit of an idiot here, but he's not that bad. He comes in handy, like when he took on Nemesis there and weakened him for us just a bit. And he does save the day in 2 of the 3 endings, depending on what you do. So Carlos is alright. Like, he can't hold a candle to his remake self, but he's definitely highly useful at certain times here. I don't know, I just like this game a lot better than Code Veronica or many of the other games in the series, and I think that will never change. It'll always be in my top 5 at least. But yeah, we're gonna finish it next time and then move on to Mercenary. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I will see you again next time on the finale to Resident Evil 3 Nemesis on the PS4. See you later, everyone.